Question number 101. The features of monocot leaves are: Statement A, mesophyll is not differentiated. Statement B, vascular bundles are conjoined and closed. Statement C, stomata are present on both surfaces. Option 1, A and B only. Second, B and C only. Third, A and C only. Fourth, all A, B and C. Here, I have just drawn this section of a monocot leaf, in which you can see the labels. This is the ground tissue of the leaf, which is called the mesophyll. Here you can see mesophyll is not differentiated into palisade and spongy parenchyma. It is just the mesophyll. It is not differentiated. So mesophyll is not differentiated. It is correct. B statement, vascular bundles are conjoined and closed. Yes, these are the vascular bundles in the leaf and they are conjoined as xylem and phloem are present together, and closed as cambium is absent. Leaves cannot show secondary growth, so they are closed for the secondary growth. So this statement is also correct. C statement, stomata are present on both the surfaces. Here you can see stomata are present on both the surfaces. So this statement is also correct. So all the statements are correct. By analyzing the option, you can say option number 4 is the correct option for the given question. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 102. Parenchyma is related to: first option, buoyancy of aquatic plants. Second, storage of resins and tannins. Third, tensile strength. Fourth, photosynthesis. Parenchyma is a specialized parenchyma which is meant to provide the buoyancy to the aquatic plants so that they can float easily in the water. So, it is related to parenchyma. Second, storage of resins and tannins. No, it is a function of parenchyma, but not the parenchyma. It is xylem parenchyma which performs this function of storage. Tensile strength, it can be done by collenchyma. Photosynthesis, parenchymatous cells perform photosynthesis. Sometimes some collenchyma also perform photosynthesis. So it is not the function of parenchyma. So the correct option for the given question is option number 1. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 103. Sulfur shower is a phenomenon related to: first option, pine trees. Second, angiosperms. Third, all gymnosperms. Fourth, pteridophytes. Before dealing with this question, you should know what is sulfur shower. Sulfur shower is something which is related to the pine trees, or which is related to the pollination in pine trees. When there is pollination in pine trees, a large amount of pollen grains are released into the air which are yellow in color. So it appears the yellow cloud which is called the sulfur shower. So sulfur shower is something which is related to the gymnosperms, particularly the pine trees, not with all the gymnosperms. So these options are ruled out, second, 4 and third. So the correct option for the given question is option number 1. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 104. The leaves of gymnosperms are well adapted to withstand extremes of environmental conditions due to: first option, being broad and hard. Second, presence of thick cuticle and sunken stomata. Third, presence of superficial stomata. Fourth, presence of transfusion tissue. In this question, you have to tell that why the leaves of gymnosperms are well adapted to withstand extremes of environmental conditions due to which of the following factor? Being broad and hard in nature? No. The leaves of gymnosperms are not really broad and they are not hard too. So this option is ruled out. Second, presence of thick cuticle and sunken stomata. Yes, the leaves of gymnosperm have thick cuticle over the surface and sunken stomata so that transpiration can be reduced and to thrive in extremes of environmental conditions. Third is presence of superficial stomata. No. If they have sunken stomata, they cannot have superficial stomata. So though they don't have superficially placed stomata, they have sunken stomata. Fourth, presence of transfusion tissue. They have transfusion tissue, but presence of transfusion tissue cannot help them to stand in extreme conditions. So this option is also ruled out regarding the question. So the correct answer for the given question is option number 2. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 105. The spread of living pteridophytes is limited and restricted to narrow geographical regions because of: first option, dependence of gametophytes on sporophytes. Second, gametophytes that require cool, damp and shady places to grow. Third, no need of water for fertilization. Fourth, sporophyte which can grow only in dry conditions. Before dealing with this question, you should know pteridophytes require water for fertilization. As you know, they have male gametes called enterozoids and female as archegonium. Female archegonium has egg. So these enterozoids, they have to swim in the water to reach the female gamete. So they need water for fertilization. And this is one of the reasons that their spread is limited to narrow geographical regions. Second, the gametophyte of the pteridophytes, they require cool, damp and shady places to grow, and these conditions are restricted to narrow geographical area, hence they are also restricted to narrow geographical regions. So first option, dependence of gametophytes on sporophytes, no. In case of pteridophytes, the gametophytes are independent. Prior to this group, that is the bryophyte, in case of bryophytes, gametophytes are independent. Here also, in case of pteridophytes, the gametophytes are independent, not dependent on sporophytes. So this option is ruled out. Third, no need of water for fertilization. As we have just discussed, they need water for fertilization. So this option is also ruled out. Fourth, sporophyte which can grow only in dry conditions, no. Sporophyte don't require dry conditions to grow. They grow in very optimum conditions. Second option, gametophytes require cool, damp and shady places to grow. Yes, the spread of living pteridophytes is limited to a narrow geographical area because gametophytes require cool, damp and shady places to grow. So the correct answer for the given question is option number 2. Let's move on to the next question.